A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this collective reading. I would be using my tarot cards. These are my cards. Okay, one fell down. Okay, interestingly, the card that fell down is Three of Pentacles, and this is a card of collaboration, teamwork, learning, rewards. Some people also see it as a card of marriage or some kind of romantic connection as well. But definitely it means and it shows. You see a masculine here, you see a feminine here. You see the number 3 as well, you see Trinity. So it can be interpreted as different things in different situations. But I have not taken out other cards. So once I see other cards also, I can figure it out better. But this card is also a card of harmony. So in case you're trying to achieve harmony with somebody, then let's understand what is stopping you. Okay, what is blocking this harmonious intention, harmony based intention that you have. So we have the reverse star. I am being shown that you are feeling hopeless because of somebody or something or some situation, and a change of attitude is much needed. And of course, the change of attitude will be brought into your life by you, and in your attitude, the change has to be in you. The other person, whosoever you want to change, you cannot change them directly. This is a point, this is the most important point. And I think here I'm going to talk about a little bit of stoic stuff, because it really helps a lot of people, especially in these kind of situations where you have to detach from someone, where you have to really make the changes within yourself. And in a way, you need to make the changes in a way that people who are disrespecting you, because I've been picking on this energy which I explained in the last video also, but here I pick it up even more, because it is our body language, our tone. It is we who needs to bring in a drastic change in our attitude, in what we see. So little bit of, yes, I will talk about the stoic stuff that I have been following myself, but a lot of it is also divine timing. Okay, a lot of it, the suffering or the misery you're going through, you are going through it because you have been focusing a lot on it, and you have not had the courage or the strength or the, you need to suffer. Basically, the pain is a teacher, suffering is a teacher, because a lot of things people tolerate. You have tolerated a lot of things that you should not have tolerated at all. You should not have accepted it at all in the first place. Someone has been harassing you, someone has been harming you, someone has been putting you through heartbreaks upon heartbreaks. It's because you tolerated that person and you are not able to live without that person, that energy, or that situation. In some cases, if I look at certain people, see, because twin flame ascension journey is not about one specific character or one specific type of relationship dynamic. You can be totally single and you could be in final stages of this journey, and you may not know anything, like not anything like that, but you may not know what's going to happen the next moment, because union can happen any minute and you can figure things out any minute, but you need to reach to that place. And that only suffering can teach you. Suffering is a teacher, pain is a teacher. Your pain will make you realize that you have been treating yourself incorrectly. It's not other people who are treating you incorrectly, you are treating yourself incorrectly. You are the person who has allowed people to disrespect you. You are the person who has allowed certain ideas to also disrespect you and put you in confusion. You have been living in certain dreams, certain hopes, that if this happens in my life, I will be so happy. If this happens in my life, I will be so complete. If this happens in my life, I will be an achiever. So everybody keeps performing based on that dream, that illusionary idea. Okay. So whatever your dynamic is, you could be on both these cards. Now I can see why we had the earth or the root chakra card, because Three of Pentacles is also trying to make you understand that you need to be financially sorted. And when I say sorted, doesn't mean you have to become a millionaire or a billionaire tomorrow itself, but mentally you need to be rich. Mentally you need to be in a place where you don't feel you're poor. And being poor and poverty is a feeling. Sometimes in your relationships, you were bullied. In your relationships or a certain relationship, you were bullied because mentally you were poor. You may be earning a lot of money, or you may come from a well-to-do, okay background also. Or you may be going through a financial crisis. Like sometimes you could have been a person who's pretty independent, you were rich, you always had your own money, you were earning since a young age. But in between, let's say 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, you were going through some kind of shift and you were not able to earn money the way you wanted. And that's the time you attracted a relationship, or that's the time you attracted certain people who labeled you as poor, who labeled you as you're in poverty consciousness, and then they bullied you. It could be your own family members also, it could be your own relatives, it could be your own partner or partner's family members who could have actually poisoned the mind of your partner and told that person, oh, this person is not even well to do. Or they could have put this expectation on you that since your partner is acting a certain way or behaving a certain way in life, you need to be the one who needs to bring in the money. And they may have forced it on you, they may have pressured you to do it. In some cases, I've seen it when two people meet each other, two people are married to each other or they're in relationship. Sometimes the masculine is not a good provider, but the feminine is a great provider. And after 6 months, 7 months, 1 year, 2 year, after some time, the masculine living with the feminine, here I'm talking about gender, living with the feminine, he starts feeling inspired, or he starts feeling responsible, or there's a healthy competitive streak. If she is doing so well, why can't I do so well as well? Or why can't I even do, medium, or like 50%? If I can be like her, it would be so nice. Sometimes they learn from the other person, and sometimes feminine also learns from the masculine certain things, that if he is so detached, if he is so emotionally chilled out, I don't do a certain things, he doesn't care, but I have to care about everything. If he can do that, if he can live without me in certain places, he can be absolutely emotionally independent, why can't I be? Next card, it is the reverse Nine of Wands. So I'm being shown that some of you might be refusing to compromise. You're being stubborn, or you're being very rigid, and in some cases obstinate also. You might not like this word, but what is happening to you is, because you're not letting go, if you do not let go of your attachment, if you do not let go of people allowing you, you allowing people to treat you badly, disrespectfully, if you are not going to create your own space, your own individual energy, then what's going to happen is that you will not have any support left, because probably in past also you have shown this pattern, and due to this pattern you went to a very bad phase, because there were probably some people who were helping you. And I'm telling you, our energy becomes very attractive to even random strangers, random people who don't know us. They suddenly compliment us, they suddenly support our work or business or thoughts or ideas, or they suddenly enter our life from nowhere. They enter our life, or we are financially that strong that we allow such good people to enter our life, and they can help us, they can show us the path. But if we don't want to walk on the path, or if we just want to sit somewhere in one corner and say, oh, my life is so this and so that, and I'm going to only do those things that I think is correct. You need to connect, to in order to connect with the right inner resources, you also need to refuse your own patterns that you're not letting go. And what do you need to give in to? You must be thinking, what should I give in to? You need to give in to certain ideas, Or let's say if it's not ideas, it could be certain habits, like being a poor listener, interrupting other people when they're trying to give you some real good knowledge. They're trying to give you advice, like you probably connected with them, you probably reached out to someone, and the moment they start telling you that this is what you need to work on, you start cutting them out and you start giving your own things, or you don't listen to them and you go on for 2 hours, 1 hour, wasting your time, wasting their time, trying to prove how much you know, how much knowledge you have, but yet you're not able to implement it in your life, while they are. Whosoever is giving you the advice, they've already manifested a lot of things by using certain things like silence, good listening, not being stubborn, obstinate, or rigid in certain things, because these things are harming you. According to what I'm being shown here, the reason why you lose hope, reason why you lose support from people sometimes is because you don't want to change your ways, you don't want to change your own patterns. You are in sympathy or in some kind of zone that this is how I'm going to live my life. And I know such people personally also. They are really nice people. All the people are very nice, but they don't want to release their anger, they don't want to release their frustration. They want to hold on to it. They want to keep it with them, and that is harmful. So you need to release that energy. The next card is Seven of Pentacles. You have to understand that the value you're putting, the value, the time, the energy that you're putting in whatever you're doing right now may not help you right away. This could be a big reason why you're refusing to compromise, or this could be a big reason, this thought that I'm not seeing the results right now, I need to see the results right away. So if you are trying to change something in the future, you have to make a change right now. And if you have suffered enough, it's just a matter of a decision. You make one small decision, one, if not small, a proper decision that this is not how I want things to be. Mentally, you decide. You start deciding now, you will be surprised that the decision in the future will show you the right things. But Seven of Pentacles is also the energy where you are not looking for quick fixes and shortcuts. This is the energy for people who want long-term success. If you're investing into something, you're investing into yourself, first of all. You should know that. That you're not investing on some other person. You're investing in your own self. You're already very much aware. You're really smart, okay? This smartness and a smart energy is being shown to me over and over again. You're a smart person. Logically, you can put logic, you can put emotions, but you keep bringing up a similar familiar pattern over and over again, over and over again. Let's say someone is very nice to you from the opposite sex and you really like that person, you have a crush on this person, or they're also having some kind of similar crush, but because you have this habit of constantly criticizing someone indirectly, sometimes directly, or you like to just randomly say negative things even if they have not done anything of that nature to you directly, even indirectly, but you like to say certain things just for no reason, put them under some scrutiny, put some tags on them, put some labels on them. And when the thing goes bad, then you say, oh, I always knew this person's gonna be like that. You have assumed. I'm telling you, I've seen people manifest great relationships from horrible situations, from really bad people. Sometimes people look like what kind of choice they've had, but because they had intuition, they used intuition, they kept working on themselves, because they said that, whatever I'm attracting because of my own inner energy. I will not allow this inner energy to rule my life. Let me work on myself. Let me work on the way I talk, the way I walk, the way I carry myself, my body language. Some people have lots of diseases. You know why? Or they have a lot of obesity issues because they are the ones who keep talking about it all the time. So I'll give you an example of my very good friend, and I've discussed it with her, and ever since she stopped it, she didn't act in the obstinate way. The moment she figured it out, she was like, "Oh my God, you're right. I am doing this all the time." Because she called me up one day, and she said, "You know what? I'm trying to lose weight, but I don't know why I keep putting on weight." I asked her, "Why do you think you put on weight?" "Oh, I do this and I do that and I do this and I do that." And instantly she said at least 20 things like, "I eat at this hour, I drink at this hour, I consume this kind of beverage a lot," or even her own body, she spoke about her own body, that my body type is like this, because I've seen her being very slim and trim. And at that time, she wasn't doing anything. But how long can you be on difficult diets? How long can you put yourself under rigorous exercises? It's all in the mind. Your body responds to your mind. 95% of the diseases are psychosomatic. 95%. And people who have lots of diseases, I have seen them talk about the diseases, explain the diseases. They will tell you why they have this disease. They are extremely intelligent, so they've done proper research, and they get very offended if you tell them that you and your talks are creating these diseases. They get very offended. No, 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 it's not me. I can't be doing this. But yes, it is you. Or it is your certain obsession, like you're so focused on a negative feeling that you constantly think about that negative feeling over and over again. If you are unknowingly doing it, that's okay. I mean, I understand. But the moment you're aware that this negative feeling could be the harbinger of this problem coming in my life over and over again, maybe I'm only aware of one disease, but there could be 5 other things attached to it. Let me stop it right away. Let me quit it. So, death. And in the same context, I'm being shown that if you actually let this go, and if you figure things out and you're not going for shortcuts, if you're focused on your long-term shift or a very sustainable shift, then you will definitely go through a spiritual transformation and a major time of change, new beginnings. This is going to be really, 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 really positive for you. And this is probably 1 or 2 things that you need to do. We have King of Cups also here. So King of Cups is like adding on to this and telling all of us who are a part of this reading, you need to control your own emotions as well. You need to find the wisdom within yourself about the things that you cannot change. And things you cannot change, just let it be. Let it go. Some people you cannot change, things you cannot change. You need to build an emotional maturity. You need to become more logical, and you need to tell yourself or probably ask the right questions that why do I keep doing this? Why do I keep seeing the same thing in my life? Till the time we don't change, till the time we don't shift, the same thing will keep happening over and over again. And so you need to also be diplomatic with yourself, because how you talk to others doesn't matter as much as how you talk to yourself matters. You need to give yourself the power, the energy, the strength to go ahead. So emotionally, you need to become balanced. I think this is where pretty much I have covered a lot of things for this reading, and I will close this reading. This reading has a lot to do with changing your own patterns, working on your own patterns. For personal readings, for personal sessions, and for therapies, you can check out the description box and you can connect with me. You can become my Patreon, and you can also join this channel, and you can get my book In the Name of Love, A Journey of Finding Your Ultimate Soulmate, available only on Amazon Kindle. The link is shared below, and the spelling is LUUV. It's a life-changing book on true love. You must read it, and I must tell you that do not make the mistake of taking things personally. So the person who's triggering you, the person who's not showing you the love that you deserve to see, that person is simply showing you what you're extremely attached with. You could be extremely attached with this person with the hope that this is how they're going to treat me and this is how, and they're not treating you that way because inside there is an issue. So use that person as a fodder, use those triggers as a fodder, use it, when you get like too triggered by it. When you get too triggered by it, it's time to use it. And on this note, I will sign out from this one. I'll see you in the next one. One love, peace out, and Victor to Ram.